Hello, folks. Welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. So I'm not quite finished with Joe Biden's fraudulent and duplicitous presser yesterday. That's where he announced another strategic petroleum reserve drawdown of 15 million barrels and then said with a straight face that it wasn't really a political decision. Well, there isn't a common sense American, not one common sense American who really believes that. But it got worse. Mr. Biden blamed high energy prices on the oil companies. They're making too much money. It's a conspiracy. They're not doing their job, and they're asleep. Please watch this and weep.
My administration has not stopped or slowed U.S. oil production. Quite the opposite. The problem is these guys are asleep.
Yeah, who's asleep, Joe? Who first said they're going to shut down the fossil fuel industry? Take a listen to this and weep some more.
No more drilling on federal lands, no more drilling, including offshore, no ability for the oil industry to continue to drill, period.
Period. That's right, period. This is utterly duplicitous, and it points out what millions of Americans have come to know about Joe Biden. He has a major character flaw. He lies with impunity. Now, I don't like to use that word about presidents, but this president is giving me no choice. These are not little white lies. These are not little embellishment fibs. These are major policy statements that he will not own up to. What's more, U.S. production is several million barrels short of where it should be. Same for gasoline. And get ready for the big chill, where natural gas, heating oil, electricity, propane costs are so high, it's going to be a very cold winter for Americans. Everybody's going to have to wear 3 sweaters like Jimmy Carter. Biden can blame whomever he wants. But the reality is his radical climate change policies have stopped leasing, permitting, fracking, refining. He knows it. The country knows it. And no matter what he says on the eve of this election, it is not going to change anybody's derogatory opinion, that of his policy or his character. You know, that's the way things work in real life. No one in this country has confidence in this president. No one, as much as any other factor, I think, be it high inflation, recession, fossil fuels, radical global warming, anti-business regulations. The fact that we have lost economic security and national security power, all this factors in to showing the cavalry is coming and a Republican wave are tied in as much as anything to a lack of confidence in this president. There's no other way I can put it. We'll hear more about all this with former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and American Petroleum Institute CEO Mike Summers. But I sense, and maybe I'll be wrong, but I sense that this unstoppable decline in presidential confidence brought about by self-inflicted wounds on virtually a daily basis is one of the key factors in this election, and it is not going to be broken. Anyway, that's my riff.